Welcome, Libra. This is your weekly focus for the week of August the 5th. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of your support. Let's go to the cards, Libra, and find out what they have to reveal about your week going forward. Okay, underlying energy is, look at this, the Judgment card. Well, this is about death and rebirth. This is about, well, you could be rewarded right now with something for the good things that you give out to the world, the good vibes you give out to the world, the things that you do to make the world a better place. There is some kind of reward that could possibly come in this week to move you forward, to give you the thumbs up, to just bring joy in your life. But I think this is also a little bit having to do with some death and rebirth in your life, where you need to let some things go and leave them in the past so that you can experience the new things that are coming. You could be growing who you are as a person, who you are showing as a person. You could be expanding your world in some way. If you have any kind of business, you could be networking and expanding the connections there. But even just personally, you're expanding your social circles, perhaps. Networking yourself, growing the love is what I hear. Okay. First card is the Four of Swords. So you might come into this week actually feeling a little down, needing solitude, rest, recuperation. Allow those things, okay? Don't push yourself if you're not ready to be pushed, okay? This is about healing. This is about introspection. This is about laying down your weapons. This is really about allowing some solitude to come into your world, okay? Respect your need for solitude. Respect your need to pull things back a little bit. We have the World card. The World card is, there's some loose ends that need to be taken care of, very much like I was saying with Judgment, before we can really go forward into the new experiences. There are some loose ends, some things that we need to take care of, some old baggage that we need to get rid of in order to really feel the energy, the vitality in going forward on our path. And we have the Moon. So talk about a very strong reading for you so far. The Moon card is about understanding what makes you happy, what you need in your world in order to feel that sense of balance, that sense of completion, that sense of happiness, joy. What are the things that get you going? What are the things that fill you with passion? What are the things that motivate you, make you enthusiastic, fill you with anticipation? These are things that you need to recognize about yourself and what is not working, what needs to be left behind, because it's following this card. I think it's also safe to mention here that we need to let go of some old baggage in order to really walk that path forward with a balance, with the strength going forward. Overriding this energy is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is, where are you putting your attention? Where are you putting your focus? Okay, so it could be in yesterday, but that's not where we want it to be. We need to be very proactive and be very understanding of what we need to let go of, where we need to let go of old baggage and stuff, but also where we are going forward. Get more information on this. We have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is cradling this energy, which tells me that there are a lot of opportunities actually opening up to you. So get out there and network yourself. Get out there and grow your social circles. Get involved in group teams, group activities, brainstorming, like-minded people. Allow those opportunities to open up to you this week. I think there are opportunities waiting for you. So go in search of them, okay? And you'll probably trip over them if you do. As we start the week, that's the Three of Wands. So we come into the week deciding on a whole bunch of things. We're not sure what the next step is for us. We're not sure where we want the actual growth. We've got ideas probably where we want growth, but do we really want to make that commitment to that ideal that we have for our future, whether it's work and career, whether it's growing relationships, deepening relationships, bringing balance into mind, body, soul could be another thing, because it's It's right in front of the healing card, so we do need some healing. So that could be one of the things. Like maybe I'll just unplug for a day or two and see what happens. And I don't think you're just pulling right away here from the world this week. I think there has to be a lot of social interaction here happening for you, social networking and stuff. But I think there's also this respect that you need to have for solitude in your life, for time when you can sit and just sit in contemplation or take a walk along a shoreline and allow your thoughts to drift to your tomorrows, to what you want to step into. I think right around here, you start to get this vibrant energy, okay? Because this card came out telling me that there's going to be movement towards finishing a bunch of stuff or getting rid of a bunch of stuff or putting some closure on a bunch of stuff so that you can move forward with a grace, I hear. So moving forward with your intentions of what you want to bring into your world rather than what had been up till now. As we leave the week, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is definitely new energy coming in for growing your worth, growing your prosperity, growing your abundance. So a new path will open up, a new money stream, perhaps, a new source of income are all things that can happen here in order to bring in the abundance. We go into work and career, we have the 10 of wands. So what you're doing right now is working, but it's so hard to juggle it all. I think you really have to understand where you're going to put your energy, where you're going to put your focus, right? Where is your focus and where does it need to be? Sometimes I sit down here to do the readings, and the next thing I know, I'm Googling something, I'm watching a YouTube video, I'm doing some research, but I'm not doing the readings, which is where my focus needed to be. So it's about understanding where your focus is at when it comes to work, when it comes to career, when it comes to growing your prosperity, or maybe even your stature within the community, within the workforce, and understanding what is working and what is just dead wood. What are you doing and you're just kind of dragging it along and it weighs you down in some way. Maybe that's something you need to delegate away. Maybe it serves no practical purpose in your life going forward. uh, and allowing the closure so that we can step into the new beginnings is very essential here. When we go to our love and relationships, look at that, the 10 of cups appears, the happily ever after card. That's wonderful because this tells me that your intention is growing those relationships deeper and stronger each moment, bringing in the harmony, bringing in the balance, bringing in the love, bringing in. So get out there and do things with them, okay? Interact, okay, through activities, through joy, through having fun. And also, I mean, maybe they want to meditate with you. Maybe they want to go to a spiritual place of some sort. Maybe there's a meditation class or a spiritual group that you belong to, or maybe include them in something like that. And close some doors of what was yesterday in the relationship and where you want your relationship to go forward, because I see, we're looking at our happily ever after. That is where our focus needs to be. That's where our attention needs to be. How can we make this relationship greater? How we can make this relationship better? And understanding what relationships need to be left in the past, that they no longer support you in the way you need support or love you, or they don't have your back, or maybe there's some trust issues going on there. And rather than trying to mend those bridges, I think you should look towards the newer opportunities when it comes to relationships and who you can let in and who you cannot. And that's not saying that you're going to get rid of everybody in your life, but I think there's a small handful that you're coming to realize that your train of thought is this way, and they're kind of going that way, and you're not meshing like you used to. Okay, so maybe some of the like-minded things you had in common with them, either you veered or they veered, but it's not the way it used to be. And rather than trying to infuse that relationship, many relationships come into our life only for, really a blink of an eye to teach us something or for us to teach them something. And usually it's a two-way street. We both walk away with new knowledge from every relationship we have. But this is about your happily ever after. This is growing the relationships that you want most in your life, to be present for them, to infuse them with, yeah, doing different things together, really having some bonding time together, having fun and laughter, and maybe working on something together where you can celebrate the successes. Look at that. The Ten of Pentacles appears as the next card. So this card here, this is kind of the segue into what, this is what is to be. And this is the Ten of Pentacles. Now, I get this spirituality. There's something to do with your spirituality, and maybe you've been ignoring your spirituality. Maybe you have to give it some focus, some attention. Maybe that's why we're being pulled down, because we're not attached or connected with our emotional spiritual self in the moment, and we need to do that. It's also about, look at this, same couple, okay, growing those relationships strong, okay, but also it's a pentacle, so it's bringing in this grounded energy, but also this very fruitful energy, this very fertile energy for new growth when it comes to growing your abundance and growing your prosperity. There's going to be all kinds of opportunities, and I think those opportunities come via different people and different groups you work with in life. Okay, and that leads you to these happily ever after moments. I mean, we have two tens here, the happily ever after and the yes card coming together in the reading. We started off with Judgment. So I think, it might be week's end before you really get that gift that may come in, but when that gift comes in, it's a straight line to happiness and joy and celebration. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.